What's up, beautiful young adults? My name's Evan. I'm coming to you from my basement where I've been living for the past 2 weeks because, like many of you guys, I've been self-isolating, quarantined, whatever you want to call it. I actually just got home from Europe a couple weeks ago. I was volunteering working at a Bible school in the south of Germany that I had attended a couple years ago, and was actually still at this point expecting to be or planning on still being there. Not coming home for a couple weeks still, but obviously world situation has changed a little bit. I had to come home, and then I was stuck on 14-day mandatory isolation for a bit, which honestly now life isn't really any different because there's not much going on. But yeah, it's honestly been kind of cool having this extra time to do a bunch of stuff that I really wouldn't have that much time for. I've been reading a lot. I taught myself a couple songs on the piano. I have started journaling, which has been really cool because I've never been a journaler before in my life. I've been, just kind of hanging out, FaceTiming a lot of people, which honestly I'm super thankful for technology that we have to be able to talk with people still, even though I haven't seen anyone in a while. My small group has been meeting virtually. We do big Google Hangout, Skype call things every week, and we've been still able to meet with each other, pray, talk about how life's going, learn about some stuff. We played Jackbox games a couple weeks ago, and it's just been so great, and I'm so thankful that we're still able to meet and hang out and connect, even though we can't actually see each other in person anymore, or at least for a while now. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the Abide Pack and the spiritual discipline and everything that's kind of involved this week. If you guys haven't checked out the Abide Packs yet, I really encourage you to. They're a really cool kind of resource just to give you some rhythm and give you some guidance on how to use this time really effectively and grow in your relationship with God, even though everything's kind of tumbled up and nothing's really the same as what we are used to and stuff like that. And so, this week, the spiritual discipline for week 3 is fasting, which I think is really cool because it ties in super well with Easter and the Lent season that comes before that. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a 40-day time of fasting and just preparing your heart to be ready for what God has in the celebration of Easter and everything like that. And so, this week with the fasting, I think it's been cool even over the last couple of days and weeks for me, and kind of going forward. I just had this realization that like most of you guys, tons of stuff that I usually love to do isn't really happening anymore. I can't hang out with friends. Church doesn't meet in person anymore, so I can't see people there. I can't go climbing anymore because all the climbing gyms are closed. Like tons of stuff. And there was a while where I was just like, man, I can't wait until this is all over and I can keep doing that. But I kind of had this thought and have been starting to work on this, and it's been really powerful, I think, for me. Is every time I think of something like, oh, I can't wait until whatever it is, I can go to a restaurant again or something simple like that, instead of just sitting in that, using that as a reminder and a time to just pray and just be thankful to God for what he has given us and what he still is doing in our lives through this time. Be thankful that we live in Canada and we have a public health care system that's doing an amazing job of controlling this thing. Be thankful that we have the privilege of battling crowds and avoiding people and stuff when you go to the grocery store to buy food and trying to battle it out for toilet paper and stuff like that. There's just so many things that I'm learning that there are still to be thankful for, even though life isn't normal or what we would hope it would be or anything like that. And so, that's just kind of something I've been going through, because at the beginning of this year, I didn't decide to give up anything for Lent, but it kind of seems like everyone gave up a little more than what they were bargaining for by the way things turned out. But so that's been something I've been kind of working through recently, and I'm excited for this week to start working on an experiment kind of with fasting, seeing where that takes me, seeing this week, I think day 1 was the practice was to pick one day or one meal per day for the week, and just to purposely give it up and to not have, let's say, lunch, and use that time instead to pray and to journal, to read the scriptures, to just spend time with God and see where that can take you, because it's a cool practice to purposefully have self-control over ourselves and our bodies, and to deny something that we take for granted and something that we just use every day, and something that we think we need, like food or whatever it is, food, or if you want to do social media, or if you want to do something that you find that you really need in life, to deny yourself of that and to come before God and say, hey, I'm using this time to focus on you, and just to pray and to see if and how he can kind of fill you through that way, and that you don't have to rely on all these other things, and see what God can do through this time. So I hope you guys have an amazing week leading up to Easter, leading up to whatever celebrations you might have, whether that's having a meal with whoever's in your house with you, or maybe just tuning in online to Beulah's Good Friday and Easter services, whatever it looks like. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope that you would come alongside with me and all the other young adults who are going to be going through this spiritual discipline and this practice for the week of fasting, whether that's food or social media, or even just trying what I'm doing of sending up a little prayer every time you think of something that you wish you could do but you can't right now. So anyways, hope you guys have an amazing week. See you later.